when you've cracked it for hero status in Australia, when you've made it as an Aussie icon? Well, you could be officially big, like the Big Banana, or you could have a song written about you, like Don Bradman. Or you could enter the vernacular, as game as Ned Kelly. But what happens when you score all three? Then you get a four-legged national treasure.
Just a wonder horse, known on every course.
He was affectionately known as Big Red. He was immortalised in song, and if you showed a bit of ticker, they said you had a heart as big as Phar Lap. So why did a humble horse become a sporting legend? Phar Lap's hide is on display here at Melbourne Museum. Well, here he is, all 17.1 hands of magnificent chestnut horseflesh. And take a look at him, he looks like he's ready to leap out of the glass case and do a few quick laps, flat strap around Flemington. And it's a nice idea, but it's not going to happen because, apart from being dead, he's missing a few vital ingredients. His skeleton, which is in New Zealand, and his heart, which is in the National Museum in Canberra. Elizabeth Willis is an expert on Australian social history. Elizabeth, at the time Phar Lap was racing, life would have been pretty tough for the average Australian.
Yes, well, it was, because it was in the middle of the Depression, and unemployment was up to about 30% in some parts of Australia. Right. People felt their government had let them down, and they were looking for someone who would be consistent and persevere. And
Australians love an underdog as much as they love a punt, so the timing would have been right for Phar Lap.
Yes, he was very cheap when he was purchased, and his first few races he didn't do very well at all.
Right. But it didn't take him long though, did it?
No, within a few months he started winning and he won 37 races.
Right, is that out of how many, like 51, isn't it?
51 starts,
right.
Yeah.
And he was so good that he was sent to America where he won the...
Ague Caliente race.
I'm glad you said that. And he had a mysterious death, and the theory was that he was poisoned. Was he poisoned?
No, the people at the time thought he probably had been poisoned by these wicked Americans.
Right.
But more recent research suggests it was a viral infection.
Just a wonder horse, known on every course, from Australia to USA. Where, sad old chap, that your long-lost lap has come and you've gone away.
So, when he died, when Australia's national identity was at its absolute lowest, it must have been a devastating thing for, Joe Public, I guess.
Yeah, it was front page news, and many Australians grieved greatly. Many of them wrote condolence letters to Telford, the trainer, expressing their sympathy to him and saying that Phar Lap was really like one of their family.
High-profile sporting heroes are common enough these days, but back in Phar Lap's time they were pretty hard to come by. He was featured in the new talkie newsreels and was used to advertise all sorts of products, sort of like flogging a live horse really. And just before his death, Hollywood was keen to tell his life story. So is it any wonder that Phar Lap is still a legend and will always be a national treasure?